Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on Mazinkaiser by Bandai, and this one is actually the SDCS or the SD crossover series. And what that means is that you have an option to build it as SD, which is super deformed, or a CS mode, which is a cross silhouette where it's still SD, but the proportions are a little bit more normal proportions. So you kind of have your links to your legs and arms. Once we open up the box, we're going to find all the parts in nicely wrapped packages. And we're going to also find the sticker that we're going to be using as decals. Well, actually in this case it's a sticker and not a decal. And then you're going to, on the bottom, find the instruction manual, and this sheet right here, it actually just helps you guide a couple of the symbols and kind of tips on how to take the parts away from the sheet. So it's actually a really good kind of sheet to have in general. And if you look at the instruction manuals, it's actually going to be in both English and Japanese, which is actually very nice. And you're going to have two different modes, the SD mode to build or the CS mode. And so when you look, sometimes it's the same step, but you're going to have an option to do SD or CS, or you're going to have a totally different set of steps to use for the SD or the CS mode build that you want to do. So once you take a look at the manual, you're going to find a letter and a number, and the letter and the number on the sheet actually corresponds to the plastic sheets. So you're going to look for sheet B, which is what I'm holding right now, and then part 2, or 8 and 9, which is the first step for this model. So I actually tried using the serrated hobby knife because it was recommended to me, saying that it actually helps kind of clean up the edges a little bit, but I realized it didn't really work that well, or as well as I thought it would. So I ended up just reverting back to an X-Acto knife for this cutout, because at the end of the day, after I cut it out with the serrated blade, I still had to go back with my X-Acto knife to kind of clean up the edges. So I may be just doing it wrong, but I just realized that time-wise, it's just actually easier to use like a snipper and then just cleaning up the edges with X-Acto knife, or just using an X-Acto knife and cutting it straight from the sheet itself. And there's not much more to really add to this video, so I'm just gonna leave the video on with some background music, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. And here is the final image of the Mazinkaiser SDCS, and I actually did the CS mode because I just prefer the CS. And here is with Mazinger right by him. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you do, please hit that like button or share, and also subscribe if you haven't so far. Thank you for watching.